The first section that we are going to see is the database diagram for the system, which is made up of 5 tables, which are the client table, which stores the user login information, which is linked to logins table, which specify what level of access that the user can have. For example, if he is an administrator or a normal client. An administrator, it will have all the features of an administrator. But he can also create administrator. We have also the booking table, which has linked to a flights table, and also the flight table has a link to the bookings and status table. The flights will basically list down all the flights that all the flights can go to, and the booking table will have all the flights inside of it. Now, for the bookings table, we will have the number of kids available, the number of adults, and if he has an extra luggage, should he have in the future in addition. For example, prices, this would affect the price. Going over the code. Welcome to Flight Management System. Here we have the login form, which consists the username and the password. And we do the register as a new user. And we input the details. And the email, the username and the password, and we click on register. So a window pop-up will show up that says welcome, that you have registered to the flight management system. We try to log in this time the username and the password, which are valid, and you can see a window pop-up shown up that you can see the input details that we entered before. You can save and delete this client as well, that I have registered to the normal user. Then we have the edit bookings and the add new booking. The first add new booking, you can see the booking ID and the client ID that I can choose that I want, and also the flight ID, the number of kids and the number of adults, and also extra luggage if it's checked or not. And you can choose the flight and also can see. And we click on the submit, which is booking successfully made. On the edit bookings, also like the add new booking, that you can see also the flights on the number of kids that you can choose and the number of adults and the extra luggage. Also can choose the flight, or the first or the second one. So I choose number 1, and the client that I can choose many one. So I choose Nikizam Meet, for example, and I click on OK, which edit booking was successfully made. This time I will log in as an admin, and I click on login. Also I can see the admin details which are already made, and I can save and delete this client that I have already registered to the administrator. We can see other tabs like booking, client, flights and status. We can see the booking. We can update the number of kids and the number of adults, and we can choose the extra luggage, and he can choose, and he sees the flight information, and we click on the submit. Then we have the client. We can enter the details, for example 25, to the input details like name, surname and others. And we can enter the email as well, and we can save the client as well, that you have registered the client to the administrator. Next we have the flights. You can choose also the flights, for example number 2, his destination and departure, and what time he can leave, and estimate time when he arrives there. And you can choose the status ID as well. Also, we have the bookings, the client and the flight ID, and the number of kids, and also adults. And you can check if he will need the extra luggage or not. And we can confirm the flights, that you have confirmed the flight to the administrator. And finally, we have the status. You can choose only 2. For example, I have number 1 and the name of the status of the aircraft. That I click on OK, the status of the aircraft to the administrator. Enjoy and have a good flight.